Hello, dear viewer and listener. And you doing neither. All right. Hello, chat box. Everyone's in a good mood. See, what have I been saying? Give Arteta time and he will produce. Everything is turned around. We're only waiting for a couple more pieces of the jigsaw to fall into place. And then it's all going to be all right. It's back on. And with me tonight to celebrate is Richard. It's back on, isn't it?
It is so back on, Danny. So back on. How are you, mate?
Oh, I'm very good. I've just told Richard what I've eaten today, and his diet for today hasn't been much different. Basically, a couple of little piggies who've been scoffing sweeties and drinking fizzy pop.
It's been glorious. I don't regret a thing.
No,
nah.
Good. Well, yeah. So I won't be eating anymore because that was the last bar of chocolate, and if I have too many cheese and gluten-based things, I won't be able to do any podcasts. Right, let's go and have a say hello to some of the beautiful bastards, unlike the Bundesliga bastards, in the chat. First of all, there's Thunder Road, straight in there, asking for Corey Austin. No, Corey Austin isn't on. He's decided to leave all social media for a little while, and he's just sorting stuff out in Canada. And why shouldn't he? God bless him. So, he let us know he was going, and he will be back sometime. Clayton Maddox, you sound like someone who used to play for QPR. Did you play for QPR? He sounds like a QPR player. Martin Gilmore, hello. Nick B. And Thomas from Norway. Mr. Waffles, David, I saw a picture of your boy holding a guitar with sun in the background. I thought you lived in a cave. Who knew? Phil Macker, he lives in the Himalayas now. He says, Sonuda. Bloody foreigners. Doesn't even know what the hell he's going on with. Who else haven't I said hello to? Mr. Waffles has said, did Danny just call us all girls? Is that supposed to be an insult? No. No, not at all, dear. Ryan Costa, another 3 points. Let's go. Daniel Kupka. Hello there to all the mushrooms. Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. I don't bother telling you, do I? If you want to become a member, go click join and give us some money. You'll get fuck all for it. But you'll be called a mushroom, or you'll be able to take our free kicks. And did you do it once, Richard?
Do what? Did
you join our YouTube once? I'm sure someone.
I believe so.
Did you?
I know. I'm on the Twitch. I'm on the Twitch. I followed you on the Twitch thing.
There you go. Oh, we're on Twitch as well, people. So
and Danny and one other person is on Facebook. So yeah. Yeah,
fucking hell, Facebook. God. It's going to be the biggest social media platform in the world, and we have 2 people watching usually. Absolute disgrace. Say hello. Richard Morris is there. Who else? In case I've missed anybody. Formerly Noser is there. And 26418419385 is there. Ron Ree. Before I go down, is there any more? Phil McHenry, who is there? We know who you are, Phil. Himalayan dwellings, swine. And who else is there? Magnus. I remember that name. You've been here before.
Is there someone from Paraguay watching us?
Why?
Julian Salmon. Evening, lads from South America, Paraguay tonight. Is that legit, or is that shenanigans?
He's in Norwich.
Oh, okay.
That once someone actually called him Salmond, so we changed it to Salmondo. So he's moved to another country just to make us feel happy. Duncan Knapp is there. Hambo Gumball, Avon Teddington. Any quotes, Avon? You and Rudy, you go find them. Let us know. And Nikhil Sravasta. I might have got that right. You never know. John Bernstein, Steinstein, like Nick Steenstein, Rick Steenstein, my favourite chef. There you go. They're all there. Richard, tell the wonderful people your thoughts of the game and about your thoughts about the lineup, because there was a couple of changes from the last game. While I go and get some more links and tell people we're live.
When I saw the lineup come through, I was a little bit surprised to see our old Cedric there. And also, I thought that Gabriel would come in at left centre back, considering how wedded Arteta is to having a left-footed centre back playing on the left side of the 2. So I was a bit surprised to see David Luiz keep his shirt, I guess, or maybe if Big Bob Holding was going to drop out, Luiz was going to go there, and so I was a little bit surprised at that. I suppose Bellerin's played a lot of minutes So he was, he probably needs to get a bit of rest. Did Bellerin? I'm struggling to remember. Did Bellerin played the? I think he played the FA Cup as well, didn't he? I think.
Against Newcastle.
Yeah.
I think he's played most of the games up until recently.
Yeah, so he's due rest, and once Partey had his cameo in the Palace game, I fully expected him to start and to continue with where we left off with Aubameyang trying to find his form back on that left hand side, and you're not a fan of this nickname, the Croydon De Bruyne, is that what I hear people are calling him?
No, it fucking isn't.
It's just, Emile Defro having.
Has anyone actually ever called him the Croydon De Bruyne, or was that silly goose just making it up?
I don't know. I think maybe a couple of people have. I think it wasn't it. They put it on someone put it on his Instagram. One of the players put it on Smith Rowe's Instagram.
So the younger, that's along the lines of the Romford Pele. I think that's where they're going with that.
Yeah.
There's been no other. Oh, we've had a Maggers. Hasn't he said Mangas there after the bit? Maggers has. I can't speak. Hold on, I'm going to cover up my missing tooth. He has subscribed with Prime. I'm going to have to get that tooth fixed. I look like a crack whore. It's not. I broke it on a bit of string and I never went back to get it fixed because the world stopped spinning. And yeah, he subscribed with Amazon Prime. Thank you very much. So very kind of you. We've also got MMC John Von. That's a new name in there. I don't recognise you in there. And Michael from Sweden is there, as always. And so is my other secret account. And go on, you were saying something very important until I rudely talked over you.
No, not really. I'd pretty much done it. It was like I said, the front attacking bit was always going to be the same, considering Martinelli hadn't got any minutes under him, stuff like that. So yeah, no, I was fairly happy with the starting lineup. Pleased to see Kieran Tierney come back into the lineup as well, because he was badly missed against Palace. Good. What did you think? Was you similar thoughts, or was you up in arms?
Well, I'm too fat and old and decrepit now to up my arms. I can only get them up to head height, so I can up a little bit. But I was just, Cedric at right back. Josh was saying in one of the many ABW groups that I think him and Fifey was saying that why is he playing? I can't see the point in him. And in the first half, Cedric did give away. He was in the flow of pass. 3 times he messed it up. But then the commentator said he's only played 5 minutes of Premier League football this season. And so I like him. I like the way I think he gets forward better than Bellerin. I think he's a better defender than Bellerin. And also I think he's more creative than Bellerin. Bellerin used to have to only rely on his ability with being fast. And now that he can't do that anymore, he's having to learn to defend. And he's got better at it. Bellerin's had, probably this season has been, even though we've had an awful start to the season, I've been quite impressed with Bellerin sometimes this season with his defensive work. You can see that he's struggling. I mean, at one point, someone with the ball overtook him. And then I remember thinking, oh, Bellerin, your days are numbered here. But I like Cedric. I've got time for Cedric, and I think he did all right. First half, not too good. Second half, well, as we saw, much better. Partey starting. It's brilliant. I love to see him start, and some of my notes are based around him. Alba getting another chance. I think the whole time, like I tweeted and shamelessly retweeted from the podcast account, Alba will play himself back into form, and just like Lacazette did. Everything is there. We've got rid of 50% of the Bundesliga bastards. We've only got not Kolasinac, she doesn't count. We've got Mustafi to get rid of and Socrates. That's it. They're the 4 Bundesliga bastards. And that's now trending on Twitter, the hashtag that I invented. So I think 2 people have used it now other than me, and one of them didn't hashtag it, scumbag. So, so it's good. It's everything is slowly falling back into place, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like I said, me and Femi were discussing this because Femi did chuck me a bit of not curveball, but a bit of a rough one when he wanted to talk to me about Aubameyang last week, because clearly he wanted to talk about it kind of thing, so he chucked it to me, and I kind of said similar to what you're saying now. You could see that it was gonna come. in the sense of you could see he was trying and he just needed to get his confidence back up. I'm like, even in today's game, it didn't come straight away. It was still, ticking and ticking and ticking. Like there was one particular chance where he cut in and you could see what he was trying to do, open up his body and do that, what he likes to do. And, what Henry was famous for, setting that ball outside the post and bringing it back in kind of thing. And he absolutely shanked it. It was a terrible shot. And you just think it's there. It's he hasn't forgotten all of a sudden how to be a world-class finisher. It was just, like I say, he was just in a shitty bit of form. And like I said, sometimes the player needs to be played into form. There's other players where, you need to, horses for courses, some players you need to kind of bring them in drips and drabs to get their confidence back and stuff like that. And other people, you just need to keep playing them until, you throw enough shit against the wall that something will stick. Excuse my language. So yeah, the one thing that I liked about Aubameyang, especially since he's been moved back into the left wing position, I know a lot of people kind of had the accusations of like the Ozil accusations of like he down tools after the big contract. I didn't believe so. I just think he was just miserable and lower confidence. There was a bit today where the ball broke down the left hand side and he absolutely busted a gut to get into that box and get onto the end of something. He's desperate for a goal, and I'm so pleased for him, and I love the fact that the sound man at the Emirates Stadium like needs a raise. Started playing Still Dre when Oba scored, which is absolutely fantastic. Very, very funny.
Yeah, update on who came out, what the music was at halftime. Was it The Rock? Was it Stone Cold? Or was it Mankind?
I would love for it to be Cactus Jack, but unfortunately, I was pottering around doing other bits and pieces in the house. I didn't actually hear it. So if anyone in the chat box knows what they were played at halftime, please let me know. It was someone just said Triple H. Don One has just said Triple H. Is that correct?
Don One doesn't lie. Don knows his stuff. He's one of many in there that are brilliant. K-Man, 1867. That is actually the year he was born. He is actually older than El Presidente from the Tuesday Club, and he taught El Presidente everything he needs to know about football. He's resubscribed with his Amazon Prime again. Thank you very much, K-Man. He's on Twitter, and sometimes we have a little chat. I've just been doing all the tweets, people. That's why I haven't been highlighting your comments. Formerly Noza has asked a question, which we can go and answer now. But answer them as we go. Oh, hold on. Oh, there's no, don't hold on. Where's it gone? Hold on. Here it is. She says, any update on Ozil? It's done, isn't it? He's done. He's gone. It's over and done with. Is it? Or am I wrong?
No, he's gone. Thanks for the memories. See you later, buddy. Mate, I've got nothing against Ozil. I was so glad when he signed. It was brilliant when he signed for us. He was a truly world-class player on his day. He had a couple of fantastic seasons for us. His link-up play with Alexis, but unfortunately, it's ended the way it's ended. Partly down to Arsenal's fault. Partly down to his own fault. I wish him well for the future, and hopefully he can take all of his umlaut fans with him.
Apparently, Arsenal eBay have got a job lot of umlauts for sale if anybody wants them. Yeah. So, formerly known says Alba is also a Bundesliga bastard. No, he's not. Kolasinac isn't. Guendouzi is, but he's still there. Reece Nelson isn't. He played there. Smith Rowe went there with Red Bull. I think he played a handful of games. Went there. He wasn't fully fit. Played a few games towards the end of the season. He's not one. Here we go. Thomas from Norway is weeing on our fireworks. Mustafi won't leave. They never do. We're having such a good time, Thomas, until you've come and ruined it all. Here we go. Duncan Knapp. Just as we said, give Arteta a bit of time. Isn't there a Take That song? There's oh no, it's not. It's The Beautiful South. They have a song with the word.
Yeah.
I am. I don't know the words to any songs. Even my favourite songs, I've got.
Think it over.
That's
I need a little time.
Oh, I forgot you're a singer, aren't you?
No.
That's your guitar behind you.
Let's move on. Let's move. That is my guitar over there. Yeah, let's move on.
Right. What else have we got? Anybody find any quotes? Let me know. Leno is German as well, is he? Yes, Jove. Jove, I think you're Belgian, aren't you? I'm sure you are.
Lads, please stop ruining Danny's fun. Just leave it.
Thomas apologise. We've got so many people from all over the world. David is.
Is it that you can only have 4 in the Bundesliga bastards? No more, no less.
I don't like. They're the ones that. No, it's a fact, isn't it? It was Ozil, Mustafi, Socrates, and
Xhaka.
No, Xhaka isn't in it. It was those 3, the elder statesmen, that were causing trouble at the club. Here we go. Renat says half German. Young Palace says Smith Rowe and Saka were class again.
They really were.
We for so long on this podcast, every single one of us said we just need to give the youth time, because over the years I've always kept people updated thanks to George Berg with a Jeorge Bird on Twitter. Go and find him. That's how I get all my information from the
He's
youth
a really good follow. Really, really good follow.
He is, and he's. That's how I know everything about what I used to know about the youth players coming through. And some people said I should bring it back, but yeah, you go listen to our old podcast, maybe the first 200 of them. I used to have the scores on the doors and the round up with the ladies and the youths. Oh, poor old Gimli, bless his socks. Yes, right, let's go through some. We've been going 16 minutes. We haven't even started the thing yet. Right, first note I've got: Cedric taking set pieces looked very good. What did you think to be set pieces?
Yeah, I saw someone on Twitter. Someone, is it Dave Seeger, saying that everybody that he'd spoke to in Southampton said the guy cannot cross a ball, could not. I think he does all right. I think he had a very, very solid game today. I missed the first. Was this in the first couple of minutes? Because I did miss the first couple of minutes, unfortunately, having dinner with my children. But
how dare you,
so
sir.
I know you'll have to talk about that. Unfortunately,
it was mainly the one that impressed me most was down over by the corner flag in the first half. So it was on the right hand side of our screen as we were looking at it. Lined it up. Saka did a dummy. He put it over right into the middle of the box. You know, like we've been saying for ages, we need, if you're going to cross, don't cross high. Giroud has gone. If you're going to cross, listen to Tierney. Cross low, cross hard, cross fast. There you go. Have that on a t-shirt somewhere. And Cedric's his placement of the balls was pretty good. Next point I've got: 16th minute. Luiz gets the ball on the outside of our box. Sees Alba. He gets his binoculars out. He gets his radar out. He goes ping, ping, and he can see Alba making a run. He only sets the ball off the entire length of the field on down the left wing onto the foot of Aubameyang. Aubameyang stopped. He looked around. He went, "Fuck me, that's pretty good. I'm going down that ball now." And then he ran at the player, and that was one of the ones I think you might have been talking about where he gave it a right old whack. And you could see there that Alba was it was a little bit more active and a little bit more lively than he has been in recent games, because you coach young ladies playing football. Is confidence levels different for people whose job is to attack than it is for people who are defending? Do their confidence drop if they go on a barren run of a few games without a goal?
I think it depends on the person, really. It's, everyone's a bit like a snowflake, not the derogatory kind, but like everyone's kind of different. There's some people who are so strong in their beliefs that it's almost unshakable. Nothing that you can say or do to is going to make them feel any less than what they are. They're going to go for everything. And then there's other people who, you have to put their head goes down. You have to put your arm around them, tell them how good they are, and remind them of what they can do. I always heard the Arsene Wenger quote. Was it? He said, "Defenders hate to lose more than they win," or something like that, and attackers prefer to win more than they lose. If that doesn't make sense, I think I've worded that poorly, but like they're more interested in winning than losing, whereas the defenders are more interested in not losing than winning. So I think it's it's a little bit like that. I just think that ever since Aubameyang was moved back to the left wing, and I think it also coincides. I said this on the last one. I keep referencing that. Martinelli, when Martinelli came back, and the work rate and the absolute energy that he brought into the team, I think rubbed off on everybody. and rubbed off on Auba, because Auba's body language wasn't great when he was playing up top. Mainly because I think he's doing a job up front that he's not good enough to do. It's not his game. Like as I keep saying, he's not strong enough. He's not technically good enough, and he's not going to win any aerial duels. But where he is, where on the left-hand side, sneaking in behind the centre back or behind the right back, and being used to break is much better for him, kind of thing. It's good to see the improved attitude in him, and like I said, the fact, and hopefully this will click on now, and he'll get more, he'll get better, and he will get his confidence back, and he'll be more direct and more aggressive and more assertive.
Someone's asking what's our next game. We are away, probably, unless it's an FA Cup upset, away to Southampton in the FA Cup. Then 3 days later, we're away to Southampton in the Premier League. Then we're at home 4 days later to Man United in the Premier League. And then we've got a run of kind of easy games. Wolves away, Villa away, Leeds at home. All of those teams are in, no, actually, only Wolves and Leeds are in terrible form. Villa, I've got 3 games in hand on us, but we've overtaken them in the table. Yes, Mr. Waffles has said, we really need someone to play the double pivot with Partey. Why isn't Xhaka able to do the double divot, the double pivot? Is that because he is told to get back and make the third centre-back when there's breaks and stuff?
I think it's more a mobility issue with him, in the sense. Well, yeah, and so when he's playing with just a 2, I mean that double pivot, there's a lot of space that he has to cover, going backwards and forwards and stuff like that. When if you had like a 3 in midfield, especially with like how Torreira was used for Uruguay, as in having that one classic sitting right and then 2 in front of him, would probably suit Xhaka a little bit more, because he will have help behind him and stuff like that. I didn't think he was too terrible today, and I think one part of it is the fact that in midfield, Newcastle are very poor. But also he's got Partey next to him, who is an absolute Rolls Royce of a player.
I've got some stuff coming up about him.
Right.
But there was a couple of snidey little bastards, Snides, in the team. There was I think one of them was the bloke they got from Atlanta in MLS, Almiron. Yeah, he was a snidey little shit. And the other one was... I'm trying to find out who he was. He was the other side was
Joel Linton,
Luiz.
and then the two in the middle. Oh, Luiz, he was the left back, wasn't he?
I think that was snidey little prick. Every chance he got, he was using his elbows. Shelby had a go, but Shelby's on the shelf because his days are gone. Carroll, he's spent. Wilson, I really liked Wilson, but that Almiron, nah, don't like him. Snide. He can go fuck himself. Right.
Yeah,
so...
there was that Lewis. He caught Saka in the face, and I thought to myself, if that was the other way around, for a fact that fucking Mike Riley and the VAR gits would be watching that and watching that and watching that. Well, let's have another angle. Let's have another little look.
When a player's really hurt because they don't roll around screaming, they just go, "Oh fuck." Yeah, like I do. I just want to. If I was a footballer and I got hit, I'd just have the physio bring me on a duvet and a pillow, and I just lay on the side of the pitch until I'd recovered. Give me 20 minutes, half hour in a darkened room, and I'll be fine. Here we go. Colo's used cars. Just got a Fiesta in, but it's 78 with no gas tank. No, sorry. I want a Mark II XR. No, I want a Mark III XR2, one with the 4 lights down the bottom of the grille, preferably in red. My mate Jay had one of them. He loved it. And he's been to the Arsenal with me. I've took so many people over the years to the Arsenal. I must have taken 50 different people with me. And 50% of them actually enjoyed it. Frank said, I'm never fucking going again. Loki says Longstaff is a C word. Fair enough. John Bernstein says, was the ref Ross from Friends.
I didn't really notice that. I'll have to see a picture of that.
Nor did I. Rudy. Hi, Rudy says, Partey is the man, guys. Very happy that he is back. Right. Yes, that reminds me to shut up and get on with the notes that I've made. Right. Here we go. 21st minute. Partey. Perfect pass to Saka out wide left. Back to Partey. Perfect pass to Tierney. Back to Partey, perfect pass out wide to Saka again. He looks superb, so calm and perfect passes every time he touches the ball. It's just, and I think after that, while I was typing that, I had a quick look back and he put another one, threaded it through. It was almost like Partey was playing sensible soccer and he had half the touch on. He was swerving the ball in and out of the defence. It's magnificent.
Sensible soccer. Now that was a game. I had that on the Amiga. That was tremendous.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
Partey was, like I said, he was an absolute Rolls Royce. That guy is a Champions League player.
Yeah.
He's just so calm on the ball. Like he uses it so intelligently. He uses his body so intentionally as well. And we'll come on to it when we talk about the goal, Alba's goal. Just the little drop of a shoulder and letting the ball run across his body, and he never looks in trouble. He looks absolutely unflappable, and yeah, he's absolutely brilliant. I'm so glad he's come back. He's, like I say, he's not the he's not the creative box to box player or anything like that. He's just he's you reckon he's just
he's got that much ability.
A brilliant metronome. It's probably just doing it a disservice because I said that ball out to Alba for the goal was just outstanding. It was. I've coveted him for a while. From when we first, I think was it 2015 or 2016 when we first played at Letty in the Europa League, and I coveted him then.
Semi-final.
He's just brilliant. What a player! I'm so glad he plays for the Arsenal.
Yeah, we should be a balance up and say he made one mistake. I think in the first half, left hand side of the pitch, someone was running down their right hand side, and he put out a leg. And we expected to see Patrick Vieira, Inspector Gadget leg, really long. He missed it by a gnat's whisker. If gnats have whiskers, or a cat's whisker.
Oh, they do. I have it on good authority. They do.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Right. Don One says the refs hate Arsenal. We know that. Nick B. Will Soares ever play for our first 11 again? Oh, do you think that's a little bit harsh on Soares? I think a lot of it depends who he's playing with. You playing with Xhaka, I think we've got a problem. But you play him with Partey and let Soares get forward. I think you can let Soares shine like that. Or have I got it wrong?
No, I agree. I mean, look how good. I mean, look, I am slightly biased. He is my Egyptian brother. Yeah, but look how good Elneny was against Man United.
Happy to defend all day long.
And being alongside Partey. So yeah, give him give Soares a go. Xhaka is going to need a rest. At some point, or he's bound to get a red card at some point, or get banned for something.
Travis is there. He says, I think he pulled out of that challenge last second. No, he wasn't going to get it. It was a mistake to go to ground, but he didn't foul. Very, very true, Mr. Walrus. Very true. Thomas in Norway says, Elneny is a trooper. Well, he is indeed. And if you have Elneny playing, then Partey can carry on concentrating on getting further upfield. So we've got so many players back now, and we've got so many options and so many people playing well. And isn't it good that we didn't almost hear Holding's name said the entire game? Much like a referee, when you don't hear a defender's name being mentioned, that means they're usually having a good game or they're not playing. He was solid. Leno? Did Leno even have to touch the ball?
I don't think he really had a save to make. I thought the defense was very, very good. I think, to be fair, I thought to a man, I thought we were very, very good today. Like I said, I know that the opposition was a bit pants, but I still, they still got to be in front of them and beat whoever is in front of you. I thought they were very, very, very good. There was one bit in the at the start of the game where I think Carroll and Bob were tussling. And I think Almiron, so I thought you would have enjoyed this. Almiron got the ball and Holding just absolutely, but it was very, very clean. Just went straight through him. No mess about. He was pissed off.
Got everything.
Yeah, it was what our dear leader Tony Adams would have called a reducer.
Yeah. Or as David Hillier would say, just letting him know I'm there. Shots on target. Newcastle had 1 from Lascelles, and Aubameyang 2, Lacazette 2, Saka 2. So good. I'm glad Aubameyang scored those goals tonight. I don't think the likes of Saka or Smith Rowe really need assists or goals at this stage of their career to carry on playing the way they've been playing. They, I think they're more than happy just to set other people up. But according to WhoScored.com, Saka got man of the match with an 8.6, Aubameyang an 8.4. It wasn't that long ago, last season, none of our players are all getting the low 6s. And Smith Rowe was 7.5, Lacazette 7.4, Partey 7.2, Soares 7.8, Holding 7.2, Luiz 6.8. I think that's a bit harsh. He did some brilliant balls out from the back. Where should we go now? 35 minutes, lots of play going nowhere. Yeah. And the next point after that, 44, Luiz with an unmarked attempt in front of goal with a header. The goalkeeper was, if he had that on target, the goalkeeper wouldn't have got to it, or he puts it miles wide. And what do you put down the doldrums from about 25 minutes to the end of the first half? It was just sort of, well, what are we going to do here? Nothing was really working, was it? Because Newcastle didn't really come to play. They weren't interested in a game of football.
No, not really. It was a bit hangover from. Newcastle were terrified of us. Yeah, it's very, very true. They didn't really put too much pressure on us, and they were happy to retain their shape and try and lump balls up to down the channels for Andy Carroll, which I think Luiz and Holding dealt with very, very well. Luiz was doing this. He kept on doing. He every time he got for the ball, just before the ball would come towards him, he'd give a little shoulder bump into the attacker just to knock them off their stride. I think we just we came out really, really fast, and we didn't shoot our load, but we kind of ran out of puff a little bit, whereas in the second half where we got the goal, we then had the impetus to go forward and continue it. In the first half, we came out all guns blazing. We didn't get the goal that we needed, and I kind of think we just kind of, like I said, just run out a little bit of puff. But yeah, it can happen. Like I say, you got to manage the game as it comes. You know, they talk about game management. You know, we could have still completely gone out there and gone mental at them, and then been totally knackered for later in the second half and stuff like that. But no, I think we managed the game very, very well.
Very true. Right, half time. Anybody needs a wee, make a cup of tea, put your feet up. I'm going to put the little banner up saying that if
I'm just going to go get a drink, Danny. Give me 30 seconds, mate.
Okay. Right, we've got there you go, manscaped.com. They offered to give us more stuff. We said no, we don't want any more stuff. You've given us 4 lots of your testicle shaving equipment, and I said we'll just keep doing it because they're nice enough to give us stuff. And most people have got a very clean undercarriage. So if you want a clean undercarriage, ladies or gentlemen, boys and girls, actually no boys or girls, that's a bit weird. Go to manscaped.com, use the code Bergkamp, get 20% off. If you do, apparently 4 of you have done it last time they emailed us. And if any of you do, let us know. And if you want to send pictures of your shaved undercarriages to Chris, let me know. And I shall give you his email and you can send them all to Chris. He will love it. Also, if you are new to the podcast and you like it, go on, give us a subscribe. We actually hit 7,000 subscribers earlier this week. Now it's back down to 6,990 something because some scumbags went, we don't like it anymore. So give it a little tickle, give it a thumbs up, and then they're more likely than not, YouTube are going to go, oh, people like this. Recommend it to other people. I don't think they will because I don't think they like us because we've been doing this for nine whole years since 2013. That's 9 not calendar years, 9 numbered years, yes. And if they give a damn, then they would put us on. I don't. Do they have a front page like Twitch do? I don't know. Anyway, time for some quotes. Rudy has been off and got us some quotes. Arteta, I'm really pleased. Collectively and individually, it was really strong. Overall, the team looked confident. I think that's that magical word, isn't it, with your confidence? Then he followed that up with, looked confident, solid, and very clear about what we had to do. I'm very happy with the clean sheet and the goals. Good. I think he's got some more. Rudy put some more in. Oh, fucking thing for scrolling down. Here we go. He says, Arteta on Ozil. Mesut's quality will be missed. He's a very special player. He's a special player. And then under his breath, he went, saving 350 grand a week. Mr. Waffle says, Rudy, seriously? Maybe I don't know which one you're wondering about. I'm sure there was more quotes there that Rudy had put in, because this thing, when someone else types it, the whole our chat box that we can see. There we go. Arteta on Partey. He has. Did I read this out? No, he hasn't. He has this presence, this aura, which makes him a special player. I think he was growing and getting better, and as the game was evolving, that is very wise words indeed. And I don't think you've put any more in there, have you? No, right. Oh, there's a question there from. I saw the letter Q there. Oh no, that was Nick B's question. Well, where am I down to? We're bouncing back after a difficult period, says Thomas in Norway. Very true. Chris Lodato, our very own Orlando. What are they called? The Orlando MLS team. Orlando purple things. Lions, tigers, bears, polar bears.
It's just Orlando City.
That's it.
No.
The where Kaka went to die. The Lawnmower 3.0 is legit. I can attest. And Chris is a good-looking chap, unlike the Pirate. And he's a bit of a cheeky monkey as well. Thunder Road's getting angry. Up to 70 have not hit that thumbs up. Is it you? Own up if it is you. Mr. Waffle's asking whatever happened to Jace. Well, two of them. The Welsh one I fell out with, and the American one doesn't really fancy doing shows. I've asked him back, and he said he might come back and do one. This week's podcast is going to be Craig from Same Old Arsenal and Right Reverend Raj Patel. So if any of you need to confess your sins, Wednesday. We don't do them live anymore because it kind of interrupts the flow of the podcast when we do them live. We might do them some again one day. Chris has said, I just unsubscribed just so I can subscribe again. Actually, I've got a list somewhere. It shows you in order who has subscribed. Loki, I watched Harry Enfield at halftime and shaved my ass. Well, there you go. Absolutely magnificent. Rudy says, very happy with the performances. Now Southampton twice away from home. Isn't that weird how we played Newcastle in the FA Cup a couple of games later in the league? And they were playing Southampton home and away. And if we beat Southampton, we got Wolves. And then a few games after the Wolves FA Cup game, we're playing Wolves again in the league.
Yes.
Yeah, Thunder knows. Me and Jace had a disagreement. David Cruz. I did this the other day. I highlighted someone's message when it was that bloody scumbag Steve Rogers saying he was going to go beat his missus and go to bed. He's a happily married man. I've highlighted this without reading it, so hopefully, David, this is going to be good. Evening, Will. Evening, Danny and Rich. Great win tonight. I always wonder with Danny's intro of the people doing neither, what are they doing if they're not listening or watching? I don't know.
Hopefully not beating their wives.
No, we don't condone that. It's not even funny. A lot of that goes on, especially now with people being locked down. People are going mad, killing each other. It's a shitty world, but we've got football. We've got Arsenal to keep us all sane. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Me and my O'Fallon oatmeal cookie stout are here. I only just recently found out what IPA, Indian Pale Ale, meant. There you go.
And now have I.
Yeah, there you go. Don One says magic. No particular reason. Colo's used cars. If anybody needs a used car, Colo does pay us £1,000 per show to promote his car lot. He hasn't told me where it is or what cars he's got, so he just keeps sending me £1,000.
That is an outstanding username. Bravo.
He's been there for a long time. There, Chris says Lions. Stefan says, Pirates. Here he is. Is the LWO Radio's star presenter, the man who we all wish we could be. He said, I can confirm Jace is alive and well and regularly sending me dirty memes on WhatsApp. Yeah, Jace speaks to everybody. Chris spoke to him the other day. He rang him up. So they all get on with him. That's fine. Formerly knows Arteta on Ozil. He's in Turkey now. He's going through the medical and there are some paperwork to do. When the deal is done, we will make an announcement. Well, bloody hell. Noza asked the question. Wasn't happy with our answer if it's done. Went out and found the answer. Turns out it's not done. It's getting done. There you go, Noza. Well, Wikipedia says he's gone, and Wikipedia for Fenerbahce says he is there. And before people go, oh, Ozil's magnificent. Look what he's done. Fenerbahce have won. They're top of the league anyway. They're on joint points with Besiktas, the team of Elneny, and they won 3-0 yesterday, today, one of the days. And so there you go. Loki's put, I nearly banned him then, clicked on the wrong button. At least Stan's LA Rams got smashed. I don't know, did they, Rich?
Yes, they did. Long may it continue.
Good. And long live the Dolphins. Right, I'm going to stop waffling on. And, Size asked a question. Oh, there you go. Size that one there. If we lose to Southampton once, which would you select we lose? FA Cup?
Ooh.
I hate questions like that.
Oh, yeah, I know. Because I don't like countenancing us losing at all. I would say win both of them. But if you had a gun to my head, I don't know. I would say the FA Cup. And if we were, it's so tight anyway, like the race for top four and all that sort of stuff, and it's, we're not chasing the championships. We're firmly ensconced in mid-table. So I would love it for us to be the worst season we've ever had, but we go out and win the FA Cup again. That'd just be, I'd love that. Any chance for Arsenal to pick up a trophy and win something is okay by me. So yeah, I would through gritted teeth, I would say the FA Cup. I want to win the FA Cup game. What about you, Dan?
Lose the FA Cup game. Don't give a fuck about the FA Cup. We've won it. It's proved we can win it. Finishing as high up the league is the important thing for me. We have got we've already done that. Divyun says, one gone. How many Bundesliga bastards left? Well, there is Socrates and there is Mustafi and possibly a few others, but we've already... what's that? What are you doing?
I was counting. I thought it was because we were going...
I thought you were
No. Because I said we've made the rule now. There can only be 4 Bundesliga's bastards at any one time.
Yeah.
So,
Divyun, it must be very early. He's in India. It's usually very early in the morning. Oh, here we go. Oh, not this week's pod, but the pod after that. It's going to be ABW and Goonosphere again. It's James Stokes. And Daniel and May even have the Jockmeister on. I don't know what Simmy Javel is up to. I don't even know if he's on Twitter anymore. So, yeah, that's I'm setting up the podcast because all of ABW got scurvy and they're all dead. So, yes. Oh, Nick is there, and he says that's the first truth Arteta has ever said about Ozil. Quite believe that. Right, shut up and get on with it. Jeez, how long have we done already? Get rid of
43 minutes.
43 minutes. Right, we'll speed through the important part of the second half. 46th minute, great run and cross from Saka to Laka, controls it well, has a shot at the keeper, gets a glove to it, so close for Lacazette that nearly went in.
Just like a trademark kind of shot for Lacazette. What a great save from the keeper as well.
He does like to pivot. If it wasn't for their keeper, we could have got 4, 5, maybe 6 tonight, which is a sign of that we're playing well. 49th minute, another wonder pass from Partey for Alba, running down the left wing with one player to get past. Alba just does what Alba does, which is what we've been asking for the whole time. He doesn't want crosses. He wants you to give him the ball, and then off he goes. And so I carry on with Alba does what Alba does and runs at him and slots it past the keeper. Everyone knew it was just a matter of time for Alba to score, just like Lacazette did. What did you think to the goal? Stunning.
Oh, it was outstanding. Thomas Partey, the retaining possession and then letting the ball come across his net. And was it, trying to misremembering it, it was with the outside of his boot, wasn't it? He just absolutely lofts in this wonderful inward curling ball to Aubameyang, who just can open up his legs and just run at the defender. And you know, this is what I'm saying about, like, you know, a game ago, Aubameyang would have waited for help and maybe tried to get it back on his right foot or stuff like that. Yeah. But he didn't. He absolutely fooled the goalkeeper as well, because I think the goalkeeper was completely he was anticipating where he was going to shoot, and he dived down to his bottom left-hand side because he thought that's where Aubameyang was going to go. He was going to go in the far corner, but he didn't. He just lashed it near post in the I don't think it went complete top corner, but yeah, it was brilliant, absolutely. And that's the confidence builder. I think that's the one, because a little tap-in goal or a penalty is not going to do it, I think, to get the confidence back. That goal, that's an Aubameyang goal, and like I said, it was brilliant to see, and hopefully that can be the proper kickstarter for him to be the Alba that we know and love.
We have another quote coming in from Avon this time. Him and Rudy are doing a great job. Avon Teddington says, Arteta on the youngsters, quote, I know what they are capable of doing. They put a smile on my face. The performances were extraordinary. The expectation will be high. Do we have too much high expectation for the young? Well, I suppose the only ones we've got is Martinelli, Saka, and Smith Rowe. The only ones that we're all going, must play now. The likes of Willock, Eddie, but I think Balogun's gone or will be gone. I think he's dead to Arteta now. And who is the other one? Nelson. I don't think we have any expectations for those. They all need time or a loan. But is there too much expectation put on those three?
Sometimes, yeah. You know, and you get there because there's, especially in the new age of like Twitter and social media and stuff like, there's no nuance in the world. You know, you're either the next coming of Pele and Maradona combined, or you're fucking Franny Jeffers, or you know what I mean. It's to say it's not. I think, you know, talk of I tweeted out a tongue-in-cheek give Smith Rowe the number 10 shirt now, kind of thing. But like it's you know, it's still early days. You know, look at Jack Wilshere, God bless him. You know, and he looked like he was gonna absolutely run our team for the next decade, and England as well. And for one reason or another, it just never happened for the poor lad. But you know, I don't want to dampen anyone's spirits. Let's enjoy it while it lasts, kind of thing. Enjoy Death Row's performance. Enjoy Saka, just a wonderful player. Whatever scenario you put that boy in, he seems to excel. Just completely unfazed and you know, does whatever he needs to do in whatever position you put him in. You know, there was one instance early in the game where Saka had, where he had the ball and the defender was trying to show him down the line onto his right foot because he knows that Saka's left-footed, and Saka just went, all right, okay, and he went down the line and put in a beautiful cross with his it was the one where Aubameyang missed, where he hit the post, where he missed that open goal early in the first half. And that's the issue that I have with, not the issue, main issue I have with Pepe, but Pepe isn't creating that chance. Pepe doesn't have the confidence at the minute to go to the byline and cross with his right foot, whereas Saka does. He's a lot more two-footed than Pepe is, so he can, you know, he gets the defenders guessing. Is he going to go inside? Is he going to go outside? You know, and then because if he's only going to do one thing on his left foot, you could just stand on that left foot and nullify him, which is one of the things that makes Saka so hard to play against. The kids are all right, Danny. I'm so happy for them.
Yeah, they're not doing too bad, are they? I'm just doing our tags inside of our YouTube. There's been some. They're all trying to decide whether someone counts as a Bundesliga bastard or not. So we've come to the conclusion the BFG isn't, because he's one of our own. There you go. Good point from Rudy. Do you agree? Cedric put Bellerin straight onto the bench for the next games. I don't think he will.
I don't think he will either. He was, but he was very solid tonight. Especially second half, he was really, really, really good. Defensively, switched on, knew what he got into the right positions and stuff like that. He was very steady, and I thought second half when the space opened up, I thought he was very, very good, very, very good.
Right, 60th minute, people. Good build-up play from Albert down the left. Emile drifts wide. And I'm sure that when he did that, Saka probably drifted into the middle, but I didn't see that. Emile drifts wide left. Albert gives him the ball. He runs at the defender just like Albert did and sees Saka in the box and slides it to him for Saka to score. Did it look like to you that Saka was hungry for goals today? Because he had, 2 shots that went wide, 1 that went over, a couple that were on target. The boy's found an eye for goal, hasn't he?
Mate, the guy can seemingly do it all. He, like I say, you stick him wherever on the pitch, and he'll put in a performance for you. He also had like a really, really good chance that one of the Newcastle defenders managed to block. Very, very unlucky, but that goal was a really nice goal as well. Aubameyang just waited for Smith Rowe to make his run, and he slid him in. And it's one of the things that Smith Rowe does, which we've been missing all season prior to Smith Rowe coming into the team, is someone who will go beyond the midfielders and sometimes almost as well go beyond the strikers. And attack people with pace, because it's such a dangerous commodity in football is pace, but then to be able to put your head up and pick out a player as well, it's unbelievable. Brilliant play and brilliant link up between Smith Rowe and Saka. They've definitely got a tandem going in and with each other, and a really good identity and knowledge of each other's game and how to play.
I noticed that Tierney and Partey had a little bit of that in the first half. They're laying each other off and doing some running. That was also good to see. John Bernstein says, good luck to Jack at Bournemouth. For those who don't know, Jack signed a 6-month end of the season contract with Bournemouth. He's their new number 11. And Bournemouth are on a run in that league, and they could well bounce straight back to the Premier League. I quite like Bournemouth. Josh doesn't like them, though. Someone asked, who should get the number 10 next? I don't think anybody will take it mid-season. I don't think you're allowed to. Although Saka did have 77 for the league and 7 for the Europa League. Once Mkhitaryan had left, he took his 7, or maybe he didn't use the 7 Europa League. Either way, but you can't swap numbers mid-season, can you? Or is there precedent for that?
I think you can, because you're re-registering everybody, aren't you? Really.
There is that re-registering window, isn't there, where you reassign players in from sometime at the end of January after the transfer window closes. Maybe. Who would you pick then? Who would you give the number 10 to? Martinelli or Smith Rowe?
If I had to give it to one of those two, if I'm not saving it for a new player in the summer, I would give the number 10 to Def Rowe, and I would give Martinelli the number 11 shirt.
Yes, because historically, for back in the day, 11 played left wing, 7 played right wing, and 8 used to be central midfield until Wrighty got it. Then 8 became a striker.
Yeah.
And 9 was the big man, and 10 was the small man up front. There you go, people. That's how it used to work.
4 was the defensive midfielder, and 5 and 6 were the centre backs.
I was watching on YouTube last night. Someone has got highlights of all the old Arsenal games. It was Arsenal 6, Plymouth 1 in about 1985 or 6. And Charlie Nicholas, Paul Davis. I forgot Paul Davis was left-footed. Paul Davis was taking the corners. Steve Williams was playing there. A young Tony Adams was there. Viv Anderson. Great days. Like Rudy and Avon have both brought up the same quote. So thank you very much, gentlemen. Arteta on Maitland-Niles. He needs to compete for his place like everybody else. Ainsley has played some minutes in the league. He's played a lot of minutes in the Europa. He's played in the FA Cup. So it's about him, his performance, and how much he wants to be in the team. Well, you've shown if you are hungry and you show you are hungry and you run your ass off like those two have done, you're going to get back in. You're going to get your chance in the team.
That sounds like he's thrown down a challenge to the Conservative, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I get the feeling that Oh, the only way I describe Maitland-Niles, as much as I love him, it's like, when you send your child to say, go tidy your room up. They go around, they kick a few, I've done it. They kick a few things around, or you're not leaving the table until you finished your dinner. Pushes their food around the plate. I get that feeling from him. I'd like to see him do well. I'm not sure if he's going to, though. I think it's up to him, like you were saying. Right, let's get on with it. Where am I up to now? 65th minute. Saka sees Alba and Laka making a run for the far post and lobs it to the pair of them, and neither of them managed to put it away. Just Saka again, wasn't it? Just creating magic from very little. It's weird seeing Saka and Aubameyang both running to the far post, wasn't it?
Was that the header that Lacazette had that the keeper saved? Is that the one you're referring to?
No, I think it missed both of them. And
yes. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Sure. Yeah, that was good to see that. Here we go. 66th minute. The Egyptian prince on for Partey. Were you high-fiving members of your family when your Egyptian brother came on?
I was there, facing east and everything. I was ready.
And did you have a plate of that slop with eggs that you keep going on?
I almost had that Bastummel and eggs. I almost had that for dinner tonight. I had it already. If the missus wasn't late from coming home, I would have yammed that bad boy down. It's good stuff, Danny.
Lovely. No, it isn't. It contains eggs. I don't know. The only foreign food I
eat. It's not. It's lovely. It's lovely. Lovely stuff.
I used to hate curry. Good God. Up until I was about 30, never had curry. Now I love it. What a nice madras. Oh, no garlic, no onion. Right, 76th minute. Good work again from Cedric down the right. Goes around his man. Barely keeps the ball in by... We're going to go back to a gnat's testicle, or was it a gnat's hair? One of the two. Barely keeps it in. Never has a decision been closer than that was. It was the paint on the ball that kept it in play. And sees Alba in acres of space and puts it on a plate for him. Bang. His 13th brace for Arsenal. 2 goals in the game. Aubameyang is back, and everyone was happy, don't we?
Yeah. I didn't even celebrate because I thought it'd gone off. Cedric did really, really well in the build up to that goal. Again, really nice interplay between him and Saka, and I thought he'd done everything so well, and then. The touch before the cross, I thought, you've ballsed it. He's hit it too far. And I thought it had gone out, and I think he thought he'd gone out because once he crossed it, and even though Alba put it into the net, he was in the side net and he had his head down. So I think he wasn't 100% sure that he'd kept it in. But fair play to the boy, and VAR does us right for once. And I'm so glad for Alba. It seems to be back on it, mate.
It was a thing of beauty. I've just tried to do a tweet, and it doesn't like it when you tweet the same thing. You have to put another space in it. There you go, people. Have a bang on that, as Ray Winston says in those. Don't bet, people. Betting's for mugs. You never see betting companies go bankrupt, do you? No, because they've got everyone's fucking money. That's why. Don't give them it. Right, let's have a look. David Cruz says, Emile Smith Rowe and Saka have innate football intelligence. Pepe just doesn't have it, unfortunately. I saw a tweet going around that in the Pepe season, he was the first player to get 100 shots at goal, concede 100 fouls, and maybe another thing with 100. It was the Farmers League. He's not translated into the Premier League in 2 seasons. It's not going to happen. David is right.
I mean, to have... Yeah, I think that's slightly harsh. And to get where he is, he needs to have a bit, somewhat of he's not completely clueless. I think the league is wrong for Pepe. I've thought that for a while, and I don't think we play in a style, and especially when we were shit and we were slow all season kind of thing, that that helps him, hide the negatives and accentuate the positives. I don't think the way we play suits Pepe. I wouldn't go as far as to say he's absolutely like stupid or anything like that. I think that maybe slightly harsh, but I don't think he fits into this league, and especially doesn't fit into Arteta's Arsenal. I'll go as far as saying that.
I have another YouTube account, a secret one that I don't tell anyone about. All I do is follow Arsenal-related YouTube channels. There is 11 other Arsenal channels live at the moment. I remember the days when we were the only ones who did it. We were the very first people to do a post-match one. And now look at them. They've copied us. I think, quite frankly, they should all send us 10% of all their viewers. Like Hugh he's got about 5 million because Hugh is great. I do like Hugh. We should try and get Hugh on. He might come on. I think he said he would have done once, but Gimli said he'd like to assassinate him.
Jesus Christ.
He did. He said he had a sniper rifle. He'd shoot him. We wonder why people got fucked off with Gimli. Bless his socks. I do miss him. But I don't miss his shenanigans. Right. Here we go. Someone, Loki has a quote from Arteta. I'm glad the Ponce has fucked off. Loki, are you telling lies? Have you made that up? You've been a naughty man. You cheeky monkey, you. Right, we're going to move on to the next bit. 1 hour. Shit, that's bad. Where we did Cedric done. Willian on for Aubameyang, Martinelli on for Emile Smith-Rowe. Did you think that Martinelli was going to come on and score because he was hungry?
Yeah, I always find it's sometimes a bit. It's hard to come on in those sort of situations because it breaks up the continuation of the game, and it's hard to get into that flow kind of thing. I thought Death Row looked absolutely knackered, and I think he was right to come on. But I was just happy for Martinelli to get on the pitch and get some minutes under his belt after his injury. Kind of thing. So I don't know if I was expecting him to be explosive and score goals or anything. I think we had kind of calmed down by that point. We got the 3 and we were like, it's fine now. Fuck it. But I was glad for him to come on and get some minutes because, like I say, he needs it. And Smith-Rowe, he's the only player of his ilk that we have at the minute. So it was good to get him off, get him a rest, and wrap him up in cotton wool.
I agree completely. Right, who was your man of the match, and what was your moment of the match?
My moment of the match was Partey's assist. Like I said, just the way he retained possession, let the ball run across his body, and just the pass. It's everything that we've been missing. My man of the match was actually Smith-Rowe. I think everything that was good went through him.
I agree with that completely. Here we go. The person with the second best name on our YouTube. Hello, Dora. What do you want? I don't speak cat. Sorry. Cats look at you as if they're saying to you, they're going, why don't you understand what I'm saying, stupid human? I don't know what you're saying, Dora. You've been fed. You're too fat. Oh, fat shame my cat. Is that allowed? Stefan Herringontonio, Romance and Gothic Writings. Maybe you could write some stuff for us because I have to make it up as I go along. Colours Used Cars is the best one. Ovs. Divyun has a question. Didn't the podcast have some theme music that went like right here, right now, or is my brain going to know? It's Fatboy Slim. I don't know what it's called. And we had one with lots of ABW in it, and then I shot them all. I sold them all for kebab meat, and so they've all gone. And so there's no point playing an intro where it's got all that. It's really, really good. I think Matt Sanassi is one of the blokes in Australia. It might be Matt Sanassi. He might have been the one who did it. And I've asked him for the underlaying track so I can put my own clips of us lot over it. But there seems to be an error in our communication because he hasn't done it yet. So he did ask me where do I want to put it, and I think there was a sharing site he was going to put it on. Oh, here you go. Stephanie says right here, right now is by Fatboy Slim. If you Divern, if you listen to the podcast version, I always put it at the beginning, and then I've got Steve and Dave saying stuff at the end of every podcast. That's the only editing I do because I beat these lot with shitty sticks to make sure they don't fuck up during the show, and they don't, and it's brilliant, and there's no editing. Yes.
So Danny, just to circle back to the game, Who
What?
was your man of the match, and who
Not
was
really.
what was your moment of the match?
My man of the match is going to go to Aubameyang. Finally, you've scored a couple of goals. You should have had a hat trick if you didn't hit the post, and you just shown that the haters are busy hating, and there's no need to hate. You were going to come good sooner or later, much like Lacazette did. And do you say my moment of the match?
Yes.
That's a hard one. I'm going to go Luiz's length of the ball, pitch ball, pinpoint to Aubameyang's feet. That was spectacular. What do you think to that?
Good choices. Good choices.
Ray is here. Hello, Ray. Right, there you go. Oh, K-Man has said the Cedric pass. Here we go. K-Man has also said Alba, man of the match, 2 goals, one with the left, one with the right. Biddly biddly bong. Renat says Leno absolute best. Good. Oh, super. Says Leno man of the match. Renat says Cedric's pass is brilliant. There you go. I don't think there's anything else. Here we go. Ray says the first goal was my moment of the match. And Mike Harniman says man of the match. Alba, moment of the match. Cedric's foul throw, showing that the performance wasn't completely perfect. Very, very good. Right, we will be back on Wednesday. It won't be live. It's me, Raj, and Craig from. I keep calling Scott because he's got 2 first names as a full name on Wednesday. So that'll be out Wednesday night. And then the next one after that is going to be our next game. Because none of the places I use to check only gives you the date, 18th. That's today. Well, that one we won. The next one is the 23rd. What day of the week is the 23rd as I'm clicking on that? It is Saturday, which is going to... What? A 12:15 kickoff? Are they trying to fucking kill me? That can't be right. So when are Southampton playing then? Must be playing midweek. Probably Wednesday. Yeah. So fucking 12:15. Oh, my mum. I can't get up. I'll pick it up at 11:30. Fuck it, I'll watch it in bed. I've got IPTV, allegedly. Right, I'm waffling now. So thank you very much to everybody in the chat. There has been loads of you there. If you can give it a thumbs up, that'll make me smile. Might make me get on with it. Might make me stop wandering off talking about stuff that makes no sense. And if you haven't, we were up to 7,000 subs. I know that below 7,000 again. You people, you're just sub-teasing us, and that's horrible. You can't do that to a face. It's like waving the chocolate cake in my face and then saying no, you're not having any. It's not right. So all I've got to do is Loki says, cheers, chaps, top show. And he hasn't told us if that quote from Arteta was wrong yet. So maybe he might have called Ozil a nonce. Who knows? Stranger things have happened. Yeah. Thank you, Richard, for joining me for this half-hour show that yet again has taken over a fucking hour because someone keeps wandering off the point.
No, thanks for having me, man. It's always a pleasure being on here with you.
It is very good. One day you're going to host it yourself, aren't you?
Rumour has it.
Oh, first Femi now, you. Oh, great days. Right, everybody, thank you very much for watching. We have been a Bergkamp Wonderland, and you will hear from us again on Wednesday night. Thank you very much, and good night.